welcome to a very special interview on the Ramcast. I'm your lovely host, Savannah White, and I'm joined with my other lovely hosts, Olivia. Give a hand for Olivia. And I'm joined with our other lovely host, Corey. Give a hand for Corey. Today we are going to be interviewing some special students that are in a CEO program here at our high school, and they're going to talk more and more about it as we go along throughout the interview. Why don't we get started with their introductions?
I'm Briley Brands.
I'm Katie Pittman.
I'm Gage Sisney.
I'm Anderson Barker.
I'm Nolan Armstrong.
So, Corey, why don't you give us our first question, kind of get us a dip in the water about CEO.
What is a CEO?
CEO is a dual credit class, so we're getting high school credit as well as credit at Rend Lake. And it's basically just business. It's all about business. It's not really like a teacher teaching us in a classroom. It's more like student-led is what they like to say. And we do like guest speakers. We go to different businesses. And right now we're working on a class business. Next semester we'll have our personal businesses. And so it's really just student-led. It's the motto is like powering on the entrepreneurial spirit. So it's really for kids interested in business.
It is called Jefferson County CEO, so it's all of Jefferson County, including other schools.
So you mentioned a little bit about like different projects that you're doing. Are there any specific ones that, you guys really do each year, or are there ones that like change every year?
Every year, each CEO program has like their own class business for the first semester, and then going into the second semester, we break off a little bit and like we have our own individual businesses that we start up. So that'd be the only like common occurrence. But other than that, like each year we get to pick our own class business. We all decide on that. And same with our individual businesses.
All right.
What kind of businesses do you guys do?
When it comes to businesses, the class business, we've had a lot of different things happen in the last 8 years since the inception of the program. We've had a drive-in theater. We've had at Rare we've had a theater dinner night, which was held by theater students that were in CEO. Last night we had casino night, and that earned the most money by far. So when we do a class business, we're trying to earn money, but also put on entertainment. In terms of individual businesses, we've had 2 kids get patents. We've had people start soap companies. We have a girl named Katie Bakes she still has her business. She makes brownies. So the businesses are pretty much as you want to do. You can go little and then end it when the program ends, or go make a real company if you want. Just depends.
What classifies as a business?
I think a business would be something that either is providing a service for somebody or selling like an item. I think that's what a business would be.
Yeah, probably.
It doesn't have to be any businesses aren't really like big things. It doesn't have to be like there's small businesses and then there's like obviously corporate businesses, but.
And at least for us on a business standpoint, for our individual businesses, they're not going to be super high scale like a actual company or LLC. So probably a product or a service, nothing crazy.
Makes it very, very broad, because it definitely would fit in with what you were saying about how some students have actually kept their businesses or other things of that sort. So what kind of enticed you guys to join the CEO? Like, why did you each join?
Well, you get 13 college credits at the end of CEO if you stick with it through the RLC program. And I think that incentivized a lot of people that are in CEO, not just in Mount Vernon, but in all of Jefferson County to join. If you're not going to make a business, or well, at least keep your business, you can always get the college credits. And I think it's a really good experience. That's one of the reasons why I joined.
My sister did the program as well. So, I learned a little bit about it from her. And then I've also just had friends who did it in the past, and I've just heard about it. And like Gage said, there's a lot of benefits that come with it. 13 college credits is a lot. So just reasons like that, and just from word of mouth is where I've heard it.
You also get to like meet a lot of people that are like important, actually like really important in Mount Vernon and Jefferson County. And it's actually an honor to be able to meet like pretty important people and who like have helped Jefferson County like grow and become a better community. So it's really cool to meet people too.
Yeah, I also joined CEO just because I'm interested in the business world and hope to have a career in business, so I thought that'd just be a great start with all the people we get to meet and all the businesses we get to see, and maybe help me know what I want to do more in the future.
See, hearing you guys like describe why you wanted to join and stuff, I mean, I hope that you enjoy it. So along with enjoying it, like, what's your favorite part about being in CEO?
I'd have to say my favorite part is like the business visits that we go on that we kind of touched about. And I think Katie said it well, just about like there's a lot of people in Jefferson County that, I mean, are super successful. They're just not known as well. Or like there's a lot of businesses that we've even been to that I didn't even know existed that are just really well built and successful companies that I just really like. I mean, a few times a week we'll get to go and visit all the businesses throughout Mount Vernon.
And I'd say with businesses, when you think of a business in town, you probably think Walgreens, Continental, but the places we're going to are a lot smaller and led by leaders in the community. So last week we were at Harley Davidson. This week we've been at Marlowe's Pumpkin Patch this morning. So it's just such a wide scale of businesses in town. And I think there's so many more businesses in town than you even realize. I mean, I've lived here my whole life, and that there's businesses we've gone to that I had no clue that are like near my house or around the area. So definitely that's probably the most interesting part to me.
I think what I enjoy is like the student-led aspect of it. But of course we have like adults with us, Neely Hampson being our main facilitator. But I really like how the students basically just make every decision. We get to tell Neely where we're going, what we want to do. We choose our own class businesses. We choose our own personal businesses. It's very like independent student-wise. So I think that's really fun and good for us being seniors and about to go into more adult world. So
Is there any advice for future CEO students?
My advice would be to just join it and don't be scared to join it, because at first it can seem really intimidating, but honestly it's one of the best decisions I've ever made since being in high school, and I've already learned so much from it, because you learn the most whenever you're not in the classroom, like when you're with other peers, when you're with other adults who've been there before and other business owners, and all these lessons that we've learned so far we really can just take along with us for the rest of our lives, and it's just really good to know that kind of stuff because it'll be useful in so many areas.
And you mentioned that you guys were all seniors. Is this only a senior class, or can sophomores, juniors, stuff like that join?
it's only seniors.
Yeah, it's only seniors.
So it's kind of like how AP classes or dual credit classes are more than likely with upperclassmen because they've just gone through that much work for it. What kind of prerequisites would be there for somebody who wanted to join?
I don't think there are any
Honestly, yeah, there's
prerequisites. You just got to be a
no-
senior, and you got to go to either Mount Vernon, Weber, Woodlawn, or Waltonville.
Or homeschooled.
Or yeah, we have a homeschooled kid.
Homeschooled.
But yeah, there's no prerequisites as long as you're just a senior and you could apply to join.
And mainly that, I feel like, sorry about that. Mainly that you have to have a car and your own transportation. Like we don't take the bus, as well as when we come back to school, that's completely on us. So we're in charge of getting ourselves back on time, as well as being there at 7:15 every morning. So that can definitely be a hassle some days.
I actually have a question. Do you have like in that class that are like accommodations for some of the special ed students, or that's just what I'm wondering?
An application process to get into the class, so you have to apply. It's all like on the students that have applied. So I don't think there's any like restrictions on that, but it's just up to the people who apply.
And it's completely anonymous, so your name is not shown in the application process, so you can't be chosen based on your name.
So I actually have another question. Do you recommend any business classes or business surrounding classes for underclassmen who are interested in going into CEO their senior year?
Honestly, I would say business and tech. I know Ms. Hayes teaches that. It really helped me, and a lot of the concepts we've been learning are just like an extended version of Ms. Hayes' business and tech class. So I would definitely say to take that one, and it's well worth your time.
I'd also say like marketing with Miss Edwards is pretty important to understanding demographics and who your target audience is.
I would also say a business law with Ms. Hayes. There's a lot of, as we get further into our class business, we have liability and a bunch of laws that we had no clue about. So business law definitely taught me a lot about how much law goes into not just daily life, but running a business, and how you don't want to get in trouble for not knowing a law or rule.
you mentioned that you guys are all seniors and that you're going to be going kind of into the adult world soon. Is this kind of business, is like going to business, making your business, things like that, things of that sort, is that what you guys are going to go to college for, or is that something you're thinking about?
I'd say I plan to. Yeah, something.
Yeah,
into
same
business
here.
at least. Maybe not.
I really don't plan on like specifically going to any business field. I want to go into the medical field more, but I just knew that in CEO it's more than just like a business program. There's so many more connections and networking skills that you can develop out of this. So, I mean, regardless of what you want to do in your future, I think CEO is a great program for you to take.
And actually, we have Alan, and he wants to be a math teacher. So he even knows he wants to be a math teacher, yet he still chose CEO because he knew it could help him in the classroom and connect with students and make more connections around Mount Vernon, maybe get a job at a local school.
So you guys have talked a whole bunch about, like, we've had questions for you guys. Is there anything that you guys would like to add in that we haven't talked about yet?
I gotta go. So my bad.
Are you dipping out, Nolan?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Everybody say goodbye, Nolan.
Bye.
Bye, Nolan.
Drive safe, Nolan. So besides Nolan's graceful exit, I'll give him a minute to walk out. Actually, so the door shuts.
Oh man, we should have gotten a shot of his back.
Okay, back to our regular schedule.
Hang on. You ready? You back into it?
Yep.
3, 2.
So besides Nolan's little graceful exit of his, is there anything, you guys want to talk about? Because you guys have talked about some of the class stuff that you've done and some of the stuff you guys have done on your own that you're going to do in the future. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
Well, we can't talk about our class business quite yet because we're still working on some things and we can't disclose that information yet. But we did just finish the first project we got asked to do, which was Neely gave us trash bags and said, make $3,000 from these trash bags. And this was like probably the second week of CEO, so we were all like, we had no idea what she was talking about. But 2 weekends ago, was it 2 weekends? Yeah. We had our first like mini class business almost, where we got like seed money for our future class business, which is kind of confusing. But yeah, our goal was $3,000, and we like.
Was that 4 almost?
We exceeded
Yeah,
that.
it's like
Oh, yeah, we
38.
exceeded
We went way
300.
past 3,000.
Yeah, but what it was like a rummage sale almost, where we had furniture, clothes, household items, just anything you could think of. In the Rural King parking lot, some of you guys might have seen it. But yeah, it was successful. It was all donated, so we made like 100% profit. We also had a 50-50 raffle, which is where people give tickets, and we drew a winner last week, and that person got 50% of the profit, and we kept the other 50%. So that was a good way of getting profit as well. But yeah, we exceeded our goal, which was really fun to see, because I think we're all a little bit afraid of that big of a goal.
Yeah.
But once we got it figured out, and it was a little stressful, but once we got it figured out and got the event actually going, it was really fun. So.
I mean, I did see those like posters that you guys had posted a little bit around the school of the CEO and seeing about some of the stuff you did. So I'm really happy to see you guys are thriving. You guys are really enjoying your class, and I hope that you guys continue to enjoy it, and you guys continue to grow with this class. You guys seem to really, really enjoy it, including Nolan, who's not here. But you guys seem to really, really like it. So I think with that will be our end of the interview. Thank you again so much, guys, for being here. Thank you for being our guests.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us. Yeah, it was awesome. You guys had some great answers, and I'm sure some kids who are thinking about going to CEO next year and the next few years have become really, really enlightened by this. So this has been a really special interview with our CEO kids. I've been Savannah, this has been Olivia and Corey, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Goodbye.